Hello LAC 480 Spring 2019 students, and welcome to week 2. I know, just like you, I'm surprised at how quickly it's going by. Before you know it, you'll be walking down the graduation aisle. So for this second week, we're going to start looking at essays that you'll be making comments on. So we'll go to the discussion board, and I do want to point out something. These discussion posts supersede what was on the syllabus because they're more up to date. Sometimes we have to write the syllabus a little earlier, and already in the first week, if you remember from last week's video, I said that this is what you have to do. If you go to the syllabus, you'll see that there's something a site to go on and answer 10 questions for the librarian. She took those down after I made the syllabus, so that's why it's not here. So always refer to the discussion posts. Alright, the syllabus is good. You can plan ahead. Not many changes, if any, and more are going to occur. But this is what you should be looking at when you start working on your weekly work. So for this week, it's the same as the syllabus for this week. So the first thing you're going to be doing is analyzing scholarly research and writing in a scholarly style. So it's time to start learning what that means. 3 points I want you to start thinking. 1, write in the third person. 2, write in the active voice. 3, no subjective adjectives. Alright? Writing in the first person is wrong in scholarly research. You don't write, I went and saw this, so I do this, so I did that, we did that, so no, okay? So you don't write in the first person voice, write in the third person voice. Second, you're writing in the active voice, so that means that you write the paper. You don't say, you write the paper after you eat dinner. A passive voice is after I ate dinner, I wrote the paper. Okay, that's the passive voice. A lot more coming on that. It's a new way of writing. It can be struggle because we write normally and we speak normally in a passive voice most of the time. Third, the subjective adjectives. That's a big pet peeve of mine. So you better have lots of chocolate to appease me if you keep writing with flowery languages. Because we're writing in a scholarly fashion, it's just facts. Bing, 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 dong, 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 all that stuff. Hey, I don't want to sound like him. So the flowery adjectives means this was a beautiful example of beautiful, no, out. This was a great scenario, great, out. Okay. The data show a wonderful, no, wonderful, out. Okay. The data show something. That's it. Alright, so stay away from subjective adjectives. There's a video on there, I'm not going to point it out, I'll let you just look, but it's on Blackboard. You can take a look at that, but I'll veer you to that site a little bit later in the semester. So, you're going to click on this site over here, and you're going to read this article here. So, going back here, the case against the death penalty, it's ACU. This is really technically not a journal article, but I want you to look at the style of writing all the way through. And then you're going to comment on it. Alright, so the ACLU objection to the death penalty. So take a look at that. And you're also going to look at this article, which came out in the New York Review of Books. It came out after the September 28 in 2017. This was a little bit later, after the Charlottesville demonstration and the murder of that young woman with the guy driving the car. So, going back to the discussion point. 1. Read Easy Writer, page 40 to 69. If you have the Kindle version, these are the sections. 2. Look at this article and this article. And finally, write a 1-page analysis of each article. Just 1 page of each. So there's 2 pages there. One for that one for that one. In Word. It has to be in Times Roman and 12-point font. And you are writing in Word. Everything you submit in this class will be in Word. Not PDF, not Google Docs, in Word. The reason why is because I can make comments right on the document. It's much easier for me. Plus, you'll be putting it on the discussion post because your peers in your class will be commenting on your work. It should be in APA style. Oh boy, what's APA style? Well, if you go to this site, I don't know why it's not a hot link, and you'll get this. And get to know. Bookmark this page if you haven't already. It's better than your textbook. Don't tell anyone I said that, but it is better than your textbook. And there are examples on how to write your paper, and this is what you should be doing. Hey, look, there's an example of a title page. There's an example of an abstract. You'll be using this quite a bit in the next 12 to 14 weeks, so get to know and love this site. Well, at least get to know it. So that's your site to help you in writing the pages. So you're going to write the 2 documents in Word, not Google Docs, not a PDF. You've written and post it on discussion 2. Alright, you can learn how to post it. It's not very hard. You can post 2 things at the same time on one post, by the way. You can attach, I should say. You can attach 2 documents or more on one. So you don't have to do 2 separate posts. This discussion post is due on Friday, February 1, 2019. And you're going to respond to at least one classmate and post your response by Wednesday, February 6, 2019. One thing that occur, for those who are a little bit later, you sometimes don't get an answer, and that's too bad, but you're late. So don't be late. But if you see that the student doesn't have any responses, sometimes well, be a friend to that person and respond. It's nice to see everyone get into the discussion at least, okay? I know it's difficult because some people like to do their work immediately and they'll answer the first post that they see and bang, you're done, which is fine. I just don't like people to be left all alone. I was the kid against the fence who was picked last before I was picked last after the blind kid in the wheelchair for the baseball game. So I know how it feels. So that is going to be your assignment for this week. And I hope you have a good week. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care.